Hi friends! Are you ready to wake up this morning feeling energized and motivated to set yourself up for a great day? Then I welcome you to join me on the mat while we bring our bodies through a fluid movement practice, breathing life into our joints and starting our day feeling fresh, focused, and ready to tackle anything that comes our way. If you're ready, join me on the mat. Hi everyone, I'm Chelsea with Ascend Your Asana Yoga, and we're going to start out today's class in a grounding mountain pose. So relax your shoulders back and bring your feet hip distance apart. Feel free to gently close your eyes at this time and connect with how your body's feeling. Notice where your weight is sitting in your feet. Feel if you can find that center of gravity. Allow your feet to feel grounded with the earth. And allow the earth's energy to run through you. When you're ready, take a deep inhale and bring your arms up to the sky, and then exhale them back down. Another deep inhale, bring those arms up, stretching them high, and back down. This time on your next inhale, let's bring that right foot over and behind the left, stretching over to the left side, if you're mirroring me. And then release back down. Inhale. This time bring that left leg behind the body. Stretch it over to the right side. Breathing life into that side body. And return to center. We're going to step to the front of our mats. We're going to take a deep inhale, arms up. And then exhale, sink into that chair pose. Tailbone lengthening down. We're going to sweep our arms behind us as we come up onto our toes. And then inhale back down. Exhale, sweep the arms behind, coming up onto those toes, strong core. Inhale down. Exhale, release and sweep. Inhale down. Exhale one last time. Sweep the arms behind the body as you come up on your toes. Now stay on your toes and sweep those arms up again. Pause here a moment, balancing on those toes, and then see if you can slowly lower yourself down to a low yogic squat. Staying on those toes, use those elbows to push those knees apart. You might need to walk your feet out just a bit. Spine nice and long here. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, release those hips up into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe grasp each elbow at this time and gently rock yourself back and forth. Maybe pedal out those legs if you need to. Allow that head to hang heavy. And just reconnect with your breath. Feel a sense of grounding. Maybe release your hands behind your back and take an inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale, fold forward, opening up your chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And then release back down. Step or jump into chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale, let's send our hips back into that downward facing dog. Let's take a deep inhale. And then on your exhale, slowly roll forward into tabletop posture. We're going to come into some cat-cows here. So take a deep inhale as you drop your chest towards the mat, bringing your gaze forward, flaring those ribs. And then exhale as you round through the thoracic spine, tucking that chin in towards your chest. Deep inhale. And then exhale, squeezing, engaging that core. And then inhale as you drop into cow pose. Continue this movement with your own breath, feeling the muscles and joints within the spine awaken this morning. When you're ready, we're going to inhale our right arm up to the sky and then exhale, thread it under the body, dropping that shoulder to the mat. We're going to take that left arm and bring it up to the sky. You can leave it here for a nice stretch, or you can bend that elbow and bind it behind the body, tucking it in towards your right thigh and hip flexor. Really breathe life into that upper back. Then release back. Just push yourself back up. This time inhale that left arm to the sky. And then exhale, drop that left shoulder to the mat. This time bringing your right arm up to the sky and then bending it behind the body for a quick bind. Breathe here. And then release. Great job. And we're going to come back up before slowly lowering onto our stomachs for a funky cobra. So tent those fingertips wide towards the edge of your mat. And with your head hanging heavy, slowly round up to the top. And then lower down. Deep inhale as you rise up, head hanging heavy to the top. And then lower back down in these funky cobras. Exhale on your way down. Now walk your hands over to the left side and continue rising up. Exhale on your way down. Deep inhale, tenting up, breathing through that right side body this time. Inhale, exhale. And then over to the right side. Inhale as you rise up. And then exhale, slowly lower down, using your abs to pull you up. And then slowly release. And we can push ourselves back up to center now in that tabletop posture. We're going to come into some tabletop mountain climbers. So take your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Let's take a deep inhale and extend that right leg back. And then on our exhale, tuck that knee in towards your chin. Extend it back and tuck. Release, squeezing those glutes and tuck it in, puffing through the back. And one last one. This time, let's drop that foot between the hands and come up into a low lunge. Inhale those arms up to the sky and exhale, goddess arms. Sweep those arms down and up, sweeping them up to the sky and cactus them back. Sweep them forward and up. Cactus, squeezing those shoulder blades. Release and sweep forward. Breathe, inhale here. Hold, and then on your exhale, sweep it forward, this time lifting that back knee for this humble high lunge. Hold here a moment before releasing up into warrior two. Gaze over your front fingertips. Let's drop that back hand to the left leg and inhale that right arm up and over. Release back down, warrior two. Drop that right arm. Come into this side angle pose. Nice length through the left side body here. See if you can drop that left hand to the mat now as you inhale your right arm and leg up to the sky in side plank. Hold here a moment, strong core and arms, and release back down. One-legged chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale, send your hips back into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, roll forward once again into that tabletop posture for these mountain climbers. Let's take a deep inhale as we extend that left leg back, and exhale as you tuck that knee in towards your chin, puffing through the back, engaging that core. Extend long. Exhale as you tuck it in. Extend and tuck. Hold here, this time dropping that left foot between the hands and sweeping those arms up again for this low lunge. Goddess arms. Sweep forward and up and release. Squeeze those shoulder blades, opening up that heart. Release forward, stretch it up to the sky, and pull back. Sweep forward and release. Open heart here. Sweep forward. This time lift that back leg. Hold here in this humble high lunge. And release into that warrior two. Gaze over your left fingertips. Let's drop that right arm now. Revolved warrior two. And release. Side angle pose now. Stretch that right arm up. Breathe life into that right side body before releasing that right arm to the mat and coming up into that side plank. Left arm and left leg high to the ceiling if you can. And release back down. One-legged chaturanga again. 90-degree angle with those arms. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale. Let's send it back again into that downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Stretch those heels to the mat. Great job, you guys. Let's do these mountain climbers again. Sweep that right leg back and exhale. Tuck that knee in towards the chest. Tuck, extend it long behind the body and tuck it forward. Really explosive mountain climbers here, gaining a lot of momentum, a lot of power within the body. Now on your last extension, bend that knee and open up that right hip. Release back, tuck that knee in towards the chest, and slowly drop down. We're going to come into this low lunge once again. Cactus those arms, open up through the heart, sweep the hands forward, humble high lunge, and release up into this high lunge or crescent lunge. Open up to the right side before windmilling our arms over to the left. And just continue this windmilling of the arms over to the right, then over to the left. Continue the momentum, moving with your breath. Now pause on your last one, this time clasping those hands behind the back and pulling open that chest before popping up onto that right foot into this modified warrior three. Hold here a moment before releasing back down into warrior two. Strong front leg. Let's flip that grip and extend into this revolved warrior. And then release into triangle pose. Let's inhale up into revolved warrior, bending that front leg. And then exhale, extend that front leg and come into triangle pose, dropping the right arm. Release back up and extend it down. Nice fluid movement here between the postures. Inhale up one more time before releasing back down. Great job. And release our hands to the mat. Let's grab our right toe with our right hand. Inhale up into that side plank before releasing, dropping that right foot behind and coming up into wild thing pose, pushing that pelvis towards the sky. And release back down, this time dropping that right leg under the body. Chaturanga with that leg underneath the body. Then release. Inhale into upward facing dog and exhale into that downward facing dog. Deep inhale as you come up onto those toes and then exhale, extend those heels long. Inhale, let's extend that left leg up and back for mountain climbers. And exhale, tuck that knee in towards that chest. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, tuck it in. Extend and tuck, moving with your breath. One more extension before bending that leg and opening up that left hip. Really breathe life into that hip flexor here. And a release back down, this time tucking that foot in between the hands and sweeping our arms up into this low lunge. Cactus those arms, open up through the heart, squeezing those shoulder blades before sweeping the arms forward, coming into this humble high lunge now. Let's start windmilling those arms over to the left and then over to the right. Continue moving, each breath changing sides. Really active here. Trying to keep those arms parallel with the mat, but it can be hard. And now let's clasp those hands behind the back, opening them up through the heart before popping onto that left leg for this modified warrior 3. Right leg extended long behind the body. And let's release, coming into that warrior 2, strong left leg. Let's flip that left palm and inhale into this revolved warrior before exhaling, extending that left leg and coming into triangle pose. Inhale up, bend that front leg, sweep that left arm high, and then exhale, extend that left leg, right arm to the sky in triangle. Continue this movement, moving through your breath, keeping that spine long through the posture changes. And release back down. This time, let's drop those hands to the mat, grab that left toe with that left hand and swing it up into this side plank. Hold a moment before releasing that left leg behind the body and opening up into Wild Thing. Now let's release that left leg under the body for a chaturanga. Hold at the bottom and then bring that left leg to join the right. Inhale into upward facing dog. And then exhale, send those hips back into downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale, roll forward, coming onto your stomach. We're going to extend that left arm out to the side, tent those right fingertips, and bring that right leg up and behind the body, really getting a nice pectoral stretch through that left side. And see if you can reach that right arm back now and grab that right ankle, really opening up through that right hip flexor. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, release back down. This time we're going to extend our right arm out long, tent those left fingertips, and drop that left leg behind the body, stretching through that right pectoral muscle. Take a deep inhale. And then exhale. Let's reach that left arm behind the body to grab that left ankle, pulling it back, opening up through that left hip flexor. Take a deep inhale again. And then exhale. You can release back down. This time we're going to come into a seated posture. We're going to take that left leg and cross it over the right, keeping that right leg extended. Let's inhale over to that left side, dropping that right elbow to the left knee, getting a nice gentle spinal twist here. Keep that spine nice and long and breathe. And release, keeping that left leg crossed. Let's drop that left knee. Inhale our arms up to the sky. And exhale, release into a forward fold. Breathing into that left hip. Let's take a deep inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, keeping that spine lengthened. Let's fold forward once again. See if you can sink a little bit deeper towards that right knee. And then release back up, this time crossing your right leg over the left. Inhaling that left arm up and then over to the right side. Nice spinal twist here. Trying not to feel any pain, just a gentle twist through the spine. And let's release, keeping that right ankle crossed over the left leg. Drop that right knee. Inhale our arms up to the sky and exhale, fold forward, allowing that spine to round. And just sink forward into that left knee. Take a deep inhale, lengthen that spine, halfway lift. And then exhale, see if you can keep that spine straight as you sink forward once again. Maybe tiptoeing your fingers closer to your foot if you can. Allow yourself to just release. And you can slowly release back up. And this time we're going to bring the soles of our feet together for a butterfly posture. So with your spine nice and long, allow your knees to fall to the mat. Letting gravity pull them closer. Relaxing your shoulders down and back. And just breathing through this posture. See if you can slowly release yourself back down onto your back, keeping your feet together in this butterfly posture, now reclined. Gently unwinding the body after today's practice. Slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Feel free to soften your eyelids if you'd like. Just breathe life into those hips. And you can release yourself into this happy baby pose if you'd like, grasping the outer edges of your feet and pulling your knees toward your armpits. Feel free to give yourself a gentle swaying motion, rocking back and forth on your spine. Just a nice little spinal massage. Nice slow breathing. Just keeping that attention on your breath. Trying to keep yourself as relaxed as possible. Not letting the worries of the day creep into your mind. And when you're ready, you can slowly release your legs back down now for Savasana. Maybe pull those shoulder blades in a little bit closer to each other to allow them to relax down. And let your ankles hang heavy. Release any tension in your hands, in your shoulders and upper back. Just feel your whole body starting to relax. Now take a nice, deep, expansive inhale and audibly exhale out. Allowing all tension to release out of the body, bringing you closer to stillness.